Altair. Where is the constellation Akia, that is the so-called summer triangle, 3 stars? Dana, Vega, and then Altair, the brightest one of the 3. So Altair is the brightest star of Akia constellation, consisting of the 3 stars, Deneb, Vega, and Altair, which is also called the summer triangle. This is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 1, Part 1, Structure of the Universe, written by Ian Ritpath and John R. Shakespeare, on the page 48. If you click this video away, then please tell me what the reason for it was, so that I can improve. Otherwise, hi and welcome. I am trying to learn space science today, Altair, and after that Altazimuth, and after we've done that, we're going to do body-centered training. And if you participate in the body-centered training, then it's at your own risk. Altair, and then are just dictionary entries. Altair, the brightest star in the constellation of Akia. It forms with the stars Vega and Deneb the so-called summer triangle, visible in the northern hemisphere. Let's go to Akia. Akia, a bright constellation of the equatorial sky in the Milky Way. The main star of Aquila, which means the eagle, is Altair. Aquila means the eagle. Okay, so Altair is the brightest star in the constellation of Akia. So Altair is the star, Akia the constellation. And there are also the stars Vega and Deneb. And together are they the so-called summer triangle, visible in the northern hemisphere, but they are at the equatorial sky. So we have informations together. Altair is the brightest star of the summer triangle stars Vega, Deneb, and Altair. And this whole constellation is called Akia. The constellation is Akia, the brightest one is Altair, and they are Deneb and Volta. Deneb and Vega. Vega, Deneb, Altair. I'm going to start the same camera and when I try to say it. Altair. Where is the constellation Akia, that is the so-called summer triangle, 3 stars? Dana, Vega, and then Altair, the brightest one of the 3. So Altair is the brightest star of Akia constellation, consisting of the 3 stars, Deneb, Vega, and Altair, which is also called the summer triangle. That is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 1, Part 1, Structure of the Universe, written by Ian Ritpath and John R. Shakespeare, on the page 48. I'm going to stop the camera. And let's go on with the second thing. Altazimuth. A form of mounting which allows an optical instrument, such as a telescope, to swivel up and down in altitude and from side to side in azimuth. Telescopes at the seafront have Altazimuth mountings. See also equatorial mounting. Let's go for a moment there. A form of telescope mounting in which one axis, the polar axis, lies parallel to the Earth's axis of rotation. The other axis is perpendicular to the polar axis. By pointing the telescope at an object in the sky, the slowly revolving the polar axis at exactly the same rate, but in the opposite direction to the Earth's spin, the telescope will remain fixed on the object as the Earth rotates. Such telescopes can be motor-driven to follow the apparent movement of a star. I don't really get what direction, but basically the Earth is turning and that thing basically looks always in the same side. The telescope can be turned in the directions of it. When the stars wanders over the sky from the equator, it wanders with it. Basically that. I don't know the whole directions. Okay, Altazimuth. Azimuth. So the Altazimuth is the piece of device, a form of mounting which allows an optical instrument, such as a telescope, to swivel up and down and from side to side. Up and down is called the altitude and side to side azimuth. And telescopes at the seafront have Altazimuth mountings. That thing has just the name Altazimuth, but it is possible to do altitude and azimuth with it. Or at least has the same name, whether it is built for one or the other thing, I think. Altazimuth, azimuth. We have it together, Altazimuth. Altazimuth is the mounting piece. I don't understand all these words, but I think it is a device. Is the mounting piece for an optical instrument like a telescope, to build it there so the telescope can go up and down in altitude and from side to side in azimuth. And the thing is called Altazimuth. So if a telescope can watch the stars wander. I'm going to start the second camera again. Altazimuth. That is a mounting which can be added to a telescope so that it is able to be made up and down in altitude and also from side to side in azimuth. So basically the Altazimuth is just a piece of device in a telescope that it can look up and down in altitude and from side to side in azimuth. For a telescope to follow the star that apparently wanders over the sky of the Earth is rotating. That is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 1, Part 1, Structure of the Universe, written by Ian Lidpath and John R. Shakespeare, on the page 48. And that was the space science part. If you were here for space science, you can go directly to the next part of space science. If you stay here and participate in the body center training, and that's right at your own risk. We are having the legs standing hip width apart. We're going a bit down into the knees, and now flex the legs and press them together. Straighten one leg. Straighten completely, press together, flex, bend it again. Other leg, straighten it, press together, flex, and bend. And up. Bit wider apart, bit down, flex and press together. Straighten one leg, bend again. Our leg straighten and bend again. Bit closer together and press to the outside. And now one leg up. Right angle with the leg, flex foot, even line tips, tall up with the back. And press from the top against the knee with a little bend in the elbow. And press from the side. And press up and to the side. Press from the outside, last one, and over slide. And close again. Other leg up and press from the top. And from the side. And press up and to the side. Press on the outside and up slowly. Close again. And now the 3 exercises on the ground, a side plank on the elbow. Now if you like and can, one leg up. And now on the low. One arm out, leg up, and pull the knee to the elbow. And now to the other side. The elbow first. One leg. And now on the long arm. One arm out, one leg up, and pull the knee to the elbow. And up again. And one heel onto the ground. Pull the heel in. Move the leg from left to right. Other heel. Pull in. Take one leg at the knee. Pull it up. Point with the toes down. Relax the leg. Other leg. And take the leg at the ankle. Make a straight back. And point with the knee down to the ground. Other leg. Straight back. Knee down to the ground. Legs wide apart. Breathing down. And breathe out. Again in. Breathe out. Breathe in and cross the legs. And breathe again out. That was the body-centered training. Thank you very much, and until next time.